tonight, it makes ugly viewing if you are long in stocks. For anybody interested in financial markets, US stocks almost into free fall as the Dow suffers its worst single-day point fall, some 1,179 points. It's the largest single-day points fall in history, but, you know, we have to keep that into context. It's the worst fall in percentage terms since 2011. So how did the day actually proceed? The Dow went vertical just after 3 p.m., down nearly 1,600 points. Come over and I'll show you exactly how the day has proceeded right the way across the world. Let's show you the Dow Jones as it proceeded throughout the course of the day. If we bring up the map of the Dow, this is how I can best show you. We start down, and then as the day moves on, we edge up just a little bit over there. And there's a moment when it looks like the Dow might actually go positive. But then things really start to get bad. The Dow falls even further, and just after 3 o'clock, a weird sort of reasoning, no obvious reason. President Trump was speaking, but at the moment I don't think that had anything to do with it. The Dow takes this massive tank where it drops from about 700 or 800 and it goes down some 1,500 points. Then it recovers, and we're seeing swings of between 2 to 3%. At the worst point of the day down here, that's a loss of some 5.5%. So let me show you, that's what happened in New York today. But let's begin with the way the world moved across. Remember, it all starts from a 666-point fall, a 2% fall on the Dow and the New York markets on Friday. That is the scenario with which the rest of the world went into the weekend and traded. Let's start with Asia, and you'll see the Friday effect immediately hit home into the New York effect into Asia. The Nikkei was off 2.5%. The Hang Seng down 1%. Seoul 1.3%. Only the Shanghai Composite, for some completely unrelated reasons, banking stocks supported the gains in Shanghai. Otherwise, everybody else trading on the back of what they had seen on the Friday session. Then, as the sun rises and the world turns, we move on to Europe, where the losses continue, because now Europe hadn't had a full chance to react to Friday, and so we get some quite, I suppose, modest losses all in all. Smaller losses, the FTSE down 1.4, Paris is off 1.5, similar losses. Only Frankfurt manages to basically buck the trend. And then the US, for all the reasons that we know about. A new Fed chair, Jerome Powell, who takes over. Worries over rising interest rates. Concerns about higher inflation. Deep worries over rising wages. All of this with companies that are quite heavily indebted, and you see what's happened on today's markets, particularly as Jerome Powell takes over.